Hi, I'm Trak Patel. I am the Director of Risk Assurance for RGP Consulting. I'm out of Chicago and been with the company for about 8 months. We're going to be talking about internal audit transformation and how you can make your internal audit department world-class. Number one, before you actually go down that path, you need to currently take an evaluation of your internal audit department. Take a look at it and determine where the current state is, and then look to see where you want to be in the future, your future state. Current state, future state. And once you've done the evaluation, you need to identify where you need to go. So some of the things you need to look for. Number one is you need to have a good rotational program within your internal audit department. One that is allows individuals coming out of colleges, if you're recruiting out of college, or individuals coming from industry or public accounting coming into the internal audit department, and being able to have the ability to groom them, giving them the opportunity to get experiences in various different areas within the organization and various different areas within internal audit, and then being able to move them out within the organization. That is one of the key factors to have in a world-class internal audit department. Many internal audit departments talk about having a rotational program, but oftentimes it is not successful. In order to make this successful, one of the things you need to do is to have a good mentoring program where you have mentors that are one internally within the internal audit department or outside the internal audit department. And the mentor's job is to oversee, or should I say, mentor the individual coming into the internal audit department within the organization, providing guidance, providing coaching, being there to answer questions about the department, organization, and being there as a confidant and providing good coaching capabilities to the individual within the internal audit department. That's number one. The other factor is to have a good training program within the internal audit group. Oftentimes companies do not do the best job in providing training to the internal audit team, and they're left to just go into the organization and just sink or swim. And that does not effectively work, and oftentimes it discourages individuals and they often leave. And the other key area to have within the internal audit group is to have a 360. And when I call it 360 is after every audit project, you do an evaluation of the individual. So whoever was on the project, who was the lead on the project, will evaluate the person, the staff, the senior, whoever was on the project, do an evaluation. And the person performing the audit will do an evaluation of the supervisor or the manager that they worked with. It's a good way to identify key issues during the project so the person can improve going forward, rather than waiting, say, during your evaluation period at the end of the year and then finding out, oh, if you had told me this earlier, I would have been much better throughout the year, rather than just being left out in the cold. So that's the one piece that is very critical. And lastly, it is very important for the individual coming into the department to have a good rapport within the organization, building that relationship, building the network within the organization, not just in internal audit, but outside of internal audit. Giving them the opportunity to meet with senior leadership, giving them the opportunity to present to senior leadership at various different events, whether it's during a project, during a closing meeting, giving them that opportunity to showcase themselves, to be able to stand out. Those are some of the key things internal audit departments need to do to be world-class.